At long last, I finally managed to make it to do my Virtua Fighter 5 review. I hope you lot appreciate this. As a lot of you obviously know, my 360 is dead, so I've got sort of a loner at the moment. Unfortunately, my profile on his hard drive isn't quite as extensive as the one on mine, so you'll just have to make do with what I've got. But you know what, we can still get a good review out of this, so let's get going. Well, here's the basic main menu of the game. So you've got arcade versus quest dojo, everything's here. So let's go for arcade. Most people are interested in that. It's the main element of the game. Normal score attack, let's stick with normal. Here's a couple of the characters I've got saved still on his hard drive, which is good. Vader, Fox, Lady Gaga and Bunny. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking when I named them, so let's just go with Vader. It seems the most down to earth, should we say. Cool, that's stretching the imagination. Loading times on the 360 version, I'm not sure about the PlayStation 3, but they're pretty damn slow. That's one of the minor gripes with the game, and I'm not really too sure I like that coloured green in the background all the time, but I'm just splitting hairs. So look at the graphics of the actual game. They are really gorgeous. They are lovely to look at. If you notice my character here, you get to customise, and that's my customised Vader. Now if we go back to the options screen for selecting your character, let's just go back. See, here we are at the select screen for the character, and here's my custom names, but it doesn't display the custom character, just the default picture. I don't know, it just niggles me that it doesn't display the customised character. Oh, never mind, let's get back to the fight then. Now, as you'd expect, all the classic moves from all the characters are all here, and I think they're very well executed. When you take into consideration it's done on a 360 pad, because let's face it, beat-em-ups and 360 controllers aren't the best of friends, but for this game it seems to work absolutely fine. I've got no criticisms of the control method or the execution whatsoever. In actual fact, I recommend just using the standard 360 pad for it, because it works perfectly. So we've established that the gameplay's good, all the moves are there, and all the characters are here. So far, so good. But it's early days yet. Let's take a look at the other options, shall we? Let's face it, this fight's in the bag. I'm going to win this. There we go. Okay, so let's go for something else off the main menu. Let's go for the quest, shall we? This is quite fun. Not to be confused with Jean-Claude Van Damme, the quest. Lady Gaga, I wonder how she fights on the ring. Let's give her a try, shall we? Okay, that sounded better in my head till I said it. Okay, so just ignore what I've just said, alright? The quest mode's very good because you get to fight from novice to experience to literally kick your ass within a few seconds kind of players, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is a great way to get into the game. It's actually better than the arcade mode because you get prizes, you manage to unlock items, money, variations to your costume. I mean, this is the place to start in the game from my perspective. Now, I'm quietly confident that I am going to successfully beat this, but if you notice here on this screen, each of you is allowed to, if you make your custom character, give him a custom or her a custom saying, so you can see what I'm saying. There on the left hand side at the bottom, see what I mean? Look, an item battle, so yeah, it's definitely worth winning. And you see my custom character there, you know, she's only missing one thing, a telephone in her hair and a bit of music to go with it, but I can add the music. There we go, isn't that better? Now I'm going to kick this old guy's ass. Yeah, come on old man, get up. Get up again so I can kick you back down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Excellent, now that's more like it. So let's just hurry this on a bit, shall we? You don't need to watch me fight all the matches because it's boring for you. The only person having fun here is me. So I've rushed ahead for the last match. I've got a good feeling about this. There we go, told ya. Well, that was fun anyway. Well, it's fun for me, like I said. And now I'm going to get congratulated for playing so well. Isn't that marvellous? Whoops, I've just realised I was playing it on beginner. Oh, never mind. Well, I think quest mode's a lot better than arcade, but before you go to quest mode, I would recommend going to the dojo to brush up on some training. But it's quite apparent my opponent isn't retaliating. That's because we haven't set the options for him to fight, and you can set it up to level 5. Now, level 5 player is hard, so I'd recommend actually starting with level 5 and working your way back on yourself. I know it sounds a cockeyed way of doing it, but at least you know how good they can be. So don't fool yourself into thinking you are that good by playing it on beginner, because believe me, the game is quite hard. You do have to familiarise yourself with the controls and the different moves for each character. Believe me, it does pay off, even if you only focus on one character. Virtua Fighter is one of those games that benefits from practice a lot more than the average beat 'em up. Button bashing will get you nowhere. You have to become quite proficient at this game to enjoy it. Otherwise you'll end up getting frustrated and bored. Another nice touch, if you have a really good battle, you can save it and then the computer will narrate your battle back to you like it's a wrestling match. I'll show you what I mean. This is a fight I had some time ago and I thought it was quite entertaining, so I saved it. Look, see, no hands, I'm not playing.
This is turning into a rout. Yeah.
Okay, I know it's not brilliant and they repeat themselves a lot, but it's a nice idea. And the online mode of this game's great. Online fighting, I've never had a problem. It's fast, it doesn't tend to jerk or hiccup too much. It's great. So all things aside, this is a brilliant port. I don't know what the PlayStation 3 variant of this game is like, but I love 361, so if the PlayStation 3 is any good, it's going to be brilliant too. Now, this is how you customise your character, by costumes and stuff. You know, like I said earlier, it won't change the default picture, but the actual in-game character has a different costume. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we've equipped Sarah with a nice new kinky costume. Now that's more like it, isn't it? And I put sunglasses on her. I don't know why, I just thought it would look cool, and it does. This costume's much better. So all things aside, what can we say about this game? It's a great game. I've got no major flaws with it. Loading times are a bit slow, as I said, and you do have to practice with this one, but that is the nature of Virtua Fighter. And if you haven't got any Virtua Fighter games, this would be a great start into the series. But if you haven't got a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360, I've still got to say, Virtua Fighter 4 on the PlayStation 2 is pretty damn close to this, and that'll also be a good place to start. But all things aside, I think they're a great series of games, and Virtua Fighter is probably one of my favourite beat-em-ups out there.
Rolling out to the club on the weekend, styling out to the beat that you're freaking, fantasize on the track like a tweak can blow my